wanted to show you how I made my Crafty Cash, which is just play money in Canva. This was used for my budgeting workshop to incentivize my students who were middle schoolers. And it's just a really simple way, but you can use this for your classroom, you can use this in your homeschool, you can use this for really in any way just to play with your children or just to have around so they can play. And hopefully it inspires you to make your own play money. And we're going to go ahead and hop into Canva for the tutorial. Now that we're in Canva, I went to create, custom size, and did 8.5 by 11. And then what I'm going to do is type in watercolor, and I find a watercolor background that I like. So the shape on the screen that's on the canvas, I had that on there at first, but it wasn't necessary once I find the watercolor background. Now that I have the watercolor rectangle, I go to position and I change the size to 6 by 2.5 so that it's similar to the size of real money. Okay, so now that I have the rectangle, I grab my logo from my uploads. It is in a folder. That way I have the brand continuity because this is called Crafty Cash. Crafty Cash is used in my budgeting workshops and also for families that purchase the budgeting workbooks. Next, I go to elements and select, or I'm sorry, not elements. Next, I go to text and select heading, and then I type in the denomination, and I will change the color, the font size, and the font. So I always just select heading. Okay, I've typed in 1 for the denomination for the $1 bill. Now I'm going to duplicate that, and then we'll have 4, 1 in each corner of the bill. I duplicated the one more time so that I have the text box and I don't have to change everything again. And now I'm just typing Crafty Cash. for the top, and then refresh your creativity on the bottom, which is my slogan. Next, I make sure the word is selected, then I go to the rainbow with the A at the top to change the color. And I know my hex codes for my brand colors and things like that I use frequently. So the hex code is a 6-digit alphanumeric code, and each color has its own unique code, but so I'm experimenting to see what has the most contrast against the pink watercolor background. And once I did actually print these out, I do have to go back and change some of them because they don't have enough contrast and they're light. On the screen, there's more of a contrast, but in person, they're much harder to read. So that may be something that you have to do as well. Just play with your design. You might have to print out a test and then reiterate from there. Okay, now that the dollar bill has been designed, what you'll want to do is group everything in the design and then duplicate it. And you can do that for as many denominations as you'd like. So I did 1s, 5s, 10s, and 20s since I feel like that's what most people commonly encounter. And so if you found this video valuable, please share and save. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.